So what day is it?
Hey?
What day is it?
Friday.
What's happening today?
Today.
Aren't we going to get something?
Oh right, the car collection, yeah, sorry. Random.
You've been excited all morning, you can't even remember what you're doing.
No.
What are you most excited about with the Model 3?
Being able to drive over 300 miles on one charge. It's weird.
Do you think that's going to actually be possible?
Well, if you see Robert Llewellyn managed to get 4.5 miles per kilowatt. I can't remember what the mileage he did it over was, but he's achieved that. I've worked on 3 to 4 miles per kilowatt, so that will give me what 300 miles range, 4 kilowatts would do. So if we get 4.5, I mean his was just long range, not the performance, but I've been driving an EV now for 18 months, so I kind of should be able to manage that power and sort of freewheel and need to be and all that good stuff. True. I'll find out in a few weeks' time.
How about the fact that you can't adjust any regenerative braking? It's all.
Yeah, but do you know what, the flappy paddles on the Ioniq is a nice feature, and I use them. But you can just use your right foot and just lift your foot up a little bit slower.
True.
And so I'm kind of just going to have to get used to doing that again. Sarah says just don't bother using them because she's going to have to get used to the Tesla to a point anyway.
Your wife can drive your Tesla?
Well, yeah. I'm going to Scotland in about 2 weeks to drink at lots of whiskey distilleries. I'm going to be too drunk to drive. That's what autopilot and all that stuff's for. Keep me safe when she's driving.
That's right, yeah. You can drive only if you use an autopilot. I trust the computer more than anyone. Is there anything that you think that you'll miss
saloon
from the
that's literally the only thing. It's a saloon, and the opening of the boot is a little bit on the tight side, but that is for the probably 5–10% of the time I've ever needed something like that.
You got the truck there, haven't you, for going to the tip and going to IKEA
and big holidays as well. If we ever decide that we're on a massive holiday where we're taking every man and his donkey down, then the downside is the truck is it costs me then.
I wonder if you can get. I haven't looked, but like I know for my Model S, because I don't have the sunroof, I don't have the mounting for roof bars.
You can get roof bars for Model 3. They're £455.
There you go. Because you've always got a roof box, haven't you?
I've got a roof box.
There you go. See, so you could.
Yeah. Then generally, so it's not so much about the volume of storage because the boot's massive compared to the Ioniq. It's more about access for useful things. The dog. I like one guy with a dog just dropped one of the seats down. Yeah. And the dog still goes in the boot.
Yeah. Just puts it up. You've got a dog in the roof box.
Yeah. No. So
with a window.
I can leave it a little bit and just see if anybody else starts selling roof bars for the Tesla, because I've just brought a set of roof bars for the truck. They're £180. So investing £630, £730 on roof bars seems a little excessive.
Yeah, wait until you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was looking at because you can get suction ones, can't you? Suction roof bars.
Would you even consider using those on your glass?
Well, that's what I thought. On the one hand, I was like, I'm not sure. What I actually thought about was getting them to use on the Twizy.
Roof box on the Twizy.
I thought it'd be hilarious. But then I was like, part of me was like, I'm not sure it would hold on. But then, I've seen Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise hangs onto buildings with.
So the suction ones, you also have to run the strap around the roof as well. Because you get the bag rucksacks.
I've seen those as well.
Just think about it. This is only glass. You're not going to scratch the glass, especially if you put like a really good thick piece of felt down underneath as well.
So you can microfiber towel over the top.
Downside, frameless windows. So you'd have to leave all your windows open just to crack the whole way round.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. I wasn't ready for that.
Was that you correcting your hit?
That's me correcting it.
Whoa!
Well, I put it on before I pulled into the lane, so it was like, whoa, what lane am I in?
Panic. Literally, that's it. So, because there's nothing wrong with the Ioniq. I love the Ioniq. The only reason I get the Tesla was because of the bigger range, and it's a Tesla.
Exactly. Because they can.
I think that's the other thing I'm looking forward to, is supercharging. Polar, I think, are getting really good really quickly, but you'll still want to go down to places like Dorset, up into Scotland, parts of Wales. Polar network northeast. Polar network isn't great there, so you're then at the best of all the other providers, and they're just not as good, not as many of them around.
One thing I was thinking actually, it'd be interesting to see if when you get the car, what kind of charge it has in it. Because I think because they're so busy,
It's varied. So some people have had 100%, some have had 90%.
I'd be surprised if it was 100% myself.
It shouldn't be, yeah.
Are you going to supercharge after you get it?
Don't you say, boy? It depends on the charge type, but most people are saying it's coming pretty much charged.
Okay. I need to get a supercharger after it.
Why?
Because I want to get as much charge in because I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good. How flat are you though then?
I've got 123 miles at the minute.
Cool. It's one of those, in theory yes, but I'm expecting the car to be 90% charged.
Yeah.
So it won't basically supercharge. I might be able to throw in 10 miles of range at a very throttled rate. But no, my first supercharge will be on Wednesday, going to Cambridge.
Yeah.
So proper baptism of fire. Picking up my boss at the train station and driving him to Cambridge.
Flashing around already.
I was like, it's alright, I'm going to save my company 200 quid's worth of train tickets. I'm going to cost you £55,000.
So what spec have you gone for again? It's the
Performance upgrade. So they've messed around with all the settings and all the models. So it's basically long range with a performance upgrade, which gives you the faster speed, lower suspension, 20-inch
nice wheels, red calipers,
alloy pedals. Oh yes.
carbon spoiler.
Carbon spoiler. Yes, I think that's it.
Are people? I don't know if you look. I remember in America when the Model 3 came out. It was a Model 3. Lots of people didn't get the spoiler, like because they were adding on order, so you had to come and get it fitted
afterwards.
Has that been a problem with the UK ones?
I've not seen it recently. Very early days, some people commented on it wasn't there yet, and they had to go quickly fit it and stuff. Some people commented that the fitting hasn't been centralised on the boot.
It's actually quite hard to put those. Like, I know from experience, it's pretty difficult to get a spoiler to fit nicely.
Yeah, a lot of people had been buying them for the standard range version, and basically making the standard range look like the performance. I didn't particularly aim to buy the performance, but it was what, 3,500-ish more to go from long range to performance, and it's got to help the residuals. I mean, that's it. That's the whole reason for it. I also think it's helped that when did I order? I think I ordered around about the 4th-ish of July, give or take.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick.
So it's just been under 2 months. I feel generally sorry. I don't know what's going on with Tesla, because there are people with reservations from day one who still haven't taken delivery. I can only assume they've gone for really weird specs, they've changed it, or they've gone for a tow bar or something like that.
I saw someone on the forums, just they were like a day one reservation holder, and they only got their Model 3 last week.
Well, Jordan was one of those, and I just don't understand.
So you ordered like
that's what
a month and a bit ago, and you're getting it a week later from now.
I mean, I don't know if it's because I've literally gone for a standard car. I've gone for no options whatsoever with the upgrade. I will debate the full self-drive when I get home and try it out a little bit, because the only reason they'd be tempted for is the lane change stuff that you have in RS. But it's a lot of money.
I still think, I mean, like you said, they've done a sneaky thing with that, haven't they? Because the lane change is nice. They're saying there's an automatic lane change because they wouldn't roll that out in the UK yet, and you get summoned, don't you? Because you don't get that. So there's a lot of money for something that tells you when to change lane
and to bring your car towards
and to move your car forward, which is helpful every now and then.
How often have you really used summon? Because that means you've got people parked right next to your car.
Only a couple of times. The some plonkers put his car right in the way.
So
I think you just wait and see, because
if it was 3,000 quid, I'd be tempted, but it's not going to be, so we shall see.
The other thing is that even Elon said that full self-driving isn't coming to the UK for a long time.
Because of bloody Europe. Oh, the other thing I'm quite looking forward to, Netflix.
Yeah, when it comes out, maybe.
Yeah, so version 10's been delayed, so...
Well, you'll have the buggy game. I don't have the buggy game.
No. So generally, actually, Netflix I'm quite looking forward to, because you don't charge much, and I rarely charge, but what I do is wait for people, or I have my son asleep in the car, and the ability to catch up on some TV would be quite good.
Cool. I wonder these people, if they're going to get a Model 3, is how long 12 keep charging, please.
Yeah, definitely. I'd also be interested to know, do I get a special number to call now for service things? I think you're probably calling the same number that I do.
Yeah,
It's 405 or something like that.
I can't remember.
And it's just not helpful.
This is the Tesla Pickup Centre in Birmingham. Lots of Model 3s around, and we're just waiting now for the time slot so Ed can pick up his Model 3. There's not really a lot to see inside, as people sat around waiting for their collection slot. So we're just obviously hoping that there's nothing wrong with the car, and yeah, looks really good. To the video, I've stopped on the way back to have a quick supercharge, but it basically took us 3 goes to get Ed's Model 3, so what they say is true, third time is lucky. So hopefully this video kind of finishes up with Ed and I having a little chat about his car, and you would have seen a little bit of videography around his Model 3. So basically, when he ordered his Model 3 and he was told it was ready to collect, he had a VIN number assigned, etc, etc, but Tesla didn't seem to have that one, the VIN number. Apparently said there was some issue or some problem with it, so he was assigned a different Model 3, same spec, different VIN number, and had a little look around that. A couple of defects, there were some paint chips in a couple of areas, mark on the seat, a few scratches and blemishes here and there. Nothing kind of the end of the world, things that can be fixed. Some things are probably polish out or just had a touch up, but then when we went to go, and there was a problem with some brake fluid messages coming up on the screen. So Tesla said that it wasn't safe to drive, so we couldn't have that or take it away anywhere. So they would see if they could find another one. So we went and got some food, so it took about an hour, and then they did manage to find another Model 3, back on the right spec and everything, and once he got the paperwork done, he was able to leave with that. So again, that one was actually a better car, so it's got only I think there's one little paint chip, very small on the lower half of the door, probably from a stone getting kicked up or something. A couple of little paint blemishes, some very fine kind of, it's kind of like marring scratch type thing. I think they'll probably polish out, excuse me, so you can try that with a polisher a bit later today, obviously, or I'll get Tesla to fix them, but personally, if you can fix it at home, probably get done quicker, and it yeah, probably a little bit easier. So an interesting day. So it's currently 4:38 p.m. We probably got out of there, I don't know, at 3:30, and we got there at 11:15 in the morning. So his slot was 12 o'clock, and they were kind of on time. So 3 minutes past 12 is when they started to see us. But yeah, it's been a long day, and my charge is now starting to slow down. So I'm gonna finish this video up, and hopefully we in the same day. So before I get home, pop and see Ed, and hopefully we can have a quick chat about the car and do a quick video around it. But whew, glad Tesla got it sorted out in the end. Finally back home, and it's hot. We are in the Model 3. So whilst I was supercharging, I spoke about the Model 3 means you have to have 3 Model 3s until you have the right one.
Yes, they come in 3s.
But now we are back. So how was your first trip back?
That was uneventful. I changed the acceleration mode down to chill because the normal acceleration is quite fierce, and I'm still getting used to the car, to be honest. But it got a nice whine from the front of the car. I like it. It sounds a bit like a Formula E sort of car noise. If you like Formula E, you'll like the noise. But once the music's on, you can't hear it. Really nice, easy drive. Yeah.
How does it compare to the Ioniq? Your first thoughts?
No, at all. It drives the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
Seats comfy. Visibility is actually better, I think, in this because I can see a lot more out through the sides over my shoulder. This pillar at the front is a bit of a beast because the windscreen is a long way away.
It is in the way of it, I find.
But you know, the sound system's just stonking. That's the pleasant surprise.
So I need to spend some time getting used to the whole setup of how things work and
yeah. I think I've got most of it.
The nuances of Tesla.
I used the adaptive cruise on the way back. I adjusted my seat a little bit on the way back. I haven't used the emergency door release yet by mistake, so I'm still not quite used to that yet. But yeah, no.
And what did it feel like when you're looking out, like dash wise?
I actually initially I was too high, so it just felt like there was no bonnet in front of me, and it was like it just stops just there. It feels like I'm a little bit closer to the front than I did in the Ioniq actually. But yeah.
And so how would you, I don't know if rate's the right word, but how would you rate the Tesla pickup experience from your perspective as the buyer?
They were unfortunate, but also the finance stuff didn't help. So they decided to reassign me a vehicle, but they didn't get the finance stuff assigned properly. We had to say to them on 2 different vehicles actually, well, while you're waiting for that, why don't we just go and look at the vehicle? Because their idea was for us to go and just sit around and chat. When actually if there's a vehicle there, we might as well be doing the paint checks. As everybody says on the forums, Tesla PDI stuff is terrible. They don't seem to care or notice that the vehicles are covered in adhesive and stuff, or they're just not given enough time to sort them out, which is a shame because then we have to then spend time finding it, getting it booked in, get it repaired. And the second vehicle came up with the standard brake fluid warning light. I'm expecting it in this vehicle at some point. It's a known thing that I think what they're doing in the factories, they're not putting enough in, or they're worried that it will leak on the ship across or something. People use the brakes, it dries a bit more air out of the system, and suddenly your fluid's low, so the warning light comes on. So we did that. Tesla refused to let me have the car. They said they have to go inspect it. Sent us away. So while they go and try and find me another vehicle.
That was a good thing though, because this car is I think is a
this is
better
actually,
car.
I lucked out there because there's less problems with the paint. It's not perfect, so we'll see what we can do just by washing it in a gentle, clean. And also there was a seat mark on the driver's seat, and the other one there isn't on this one. So in that respect, it was good. Weirdly enough, because they were having problems with the finance agreement again, because the VIN number had changed, again my vehicle was just sat outside, so again I had to say to them, well, should we go and check it? While we're doing that, we got the finance agreement, did that very rapidly.
They're very apologetic though, weren't they? I mean, it's not their guys' fault, is it?
No.
It's just unfortunate. But yeah, I think, was it 40 a day they were getting?
Yep, 40 a day. That's an insane number. They don't get incentivised to shift them, so that's a good thing. But I feel sorry for, because I'm on my third vehicle, so that does mean there's 2 other people, I'm guessing within the next 2 days, who are expecting to pick up a Performance Model 3. I'm sorry, I've got your car. My car, somebody else is going to get my 2 broken cars. So hopefully they've repaired those, and that's what they do. They take them off to the service centre that repairs the faults, and then the vehicle just goes off again.
Oh, the other thing is, you already got your referral miles, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got those. That's quite cool.
So if you're the person that bought the car using someone's referral code, you get those, the 1,000 or the 5,000, depending on what time you did your order, kind of instantaneously, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting. So I've had a few people that have ordered Teslas and had them delivered, and I still don't have any of my referrals. So the good thing is the new owner gets the ability to have their 1,000 miles of free supercharging pretty quickly, and I just have to wait and see when I get it. So it's various. Some people say a week, some people say a couple of weeks, some people say a month. And the problem obviously with Tesla is there's not really anyone you can ring to find out what's happening. But
I suppose the only thing I've got issue with this car at the moment is I keep getting a warning message on the right hand side of the screen that says thank you for your feedback, and every time you touch the quick launch it goes thank you for your feedback, and it's just acting a bit weirdly in that respect. I've reset the car. I haven't driven it yet since resetting the car, so we'll see if that's fixed it. There we go.
Yeah, it is nice inside though, and I wasn't too sure about this wood, but actually it's nice.
Yeah, I think it breaks. It would be very grey and plastic otherwise.
Yeah, but it's wood though, isn't it? That's what I thought. It was an artificial. I mean, maybe it is artificially of some sort, but it doesn't look. I thought it was plastic that was trying to be
like
wood.
A vinyl.
Yeah, but it
fake wood.
That's right.
The blue pill of cars.
Fake wood.
Yes.
So I think that was the only kind of sad bit we were talking about over lunch, wasn't it? That lots of excitement, and then it kind of fizzled out a little bit because it was.
I'm very pleased I got the car in the end. I would have been very disappointed if it came out of that car. Yeah. So now it's just got to keep it clean. And yeah.
How many miles have you got?
Hey, how do you find that out?
That would be, they press the car 1 and go to service. And it should be, oh no, maybe it's in software. They moved it. Yeah, 38 miles.
Good. So it's about 22 miles to come back here, so 16 miles delivery miles. I did wonder how you got to that bit.
You can get to that right there as well, yeah.
Yeah, through the Tesla.
Yeah.
And just to clarify.
Oh, I know what we have to do. We have to finish the video off with you having a go at that buggy game that I don't have on mine.
Yes.
So cool. I'm sure there'll be a better video of the actual car and stuff after a few weeks.
Yeah.
And we have a proper look around it.
We're off to Cambridge on Wednesday, and then
this was the collection video. So
2 weeks Scotland, 900 miles, 1 week, 3 charges.
3 ones though.
Yeah, should be 3 up there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, no, 3 with a supercharger as well.
Yeah, so charges car Scotland all free. Yeah. Supercharging going to be free, so it's going to be a free trip, except for the quite expensive car.
You're going to buy the car anyway. It's fine. Right, buggy game. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.